right, Gaten. Only
Steve.
one strike, man. Name a fruit a teenager might practice all the kissing on.
Steve. Forgive me.
No. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say banana.
Steve Harvey.
On Valentine's Day.
One of the most recognizable individual in the United States entertainment industry. He's a TV host, a comedian, and also an author. His most renowned TV show, The Family Feud, sparks many enthusiasm from his audience. And his show, his presence defies all of the new modern entertainment industry. But before all of this, Steve Harvey didn't start from any kind of wealth. Steve, born in the 1957 in West Virginia. Steve didn't start with fame or any kind of wealth. Before the spotlight, he worked as a boxer. He also worked as an auto worker, carpet cleaner, insurance salesman, and even a mail courier. And at one point, he was homeless for 3 years. He was sleeping inside his own car, a Ford, but Steve refused to quit. And so the one single trait that defines Steve Harvey from any kind of individual is his persistence. But before we dive deeper, what is actually persistence? It's your ability to stay consistent, to fight, and to keep on going when everything defies you and everything defies everything that you should, everything that you do showing no kinds of reward, no kinds of result, but you refuse to quit. Now we'll take example of how Steve Harvey managed that kind of trait, that kind of persistence he kept on doing that pushed him through the boundaries. Back in the days when Steve Harvey was homeless, when Steve Harvey continues the grind, he slept in his car for 3 years, washing up at gas stations and public restrooms. He took on any comedy gig he could find, and sometimes it was only $25 per night. He went cities from cities in the United States. Even sometimes he doesn't even get paid to do it, but he kept on doing it, he kept on pushing it, he kept himself to showing up in any kinds of shows. Well, basically, most of us would have quit because it doesn't show any kinds of reward, doesn't show any kinds of traction. And this could go for a long period of times, but Steve kept on going because he only got persistent inside of himself. But all of those years of struggling finally paid off after one successful attempt when he got called by the Apollo Theater. It was a last-minute call to perform, and that one night changed everything. It led him to the national recognition, his first real TV opportunities, and eventually hosting major shows. That opportunity didn't come from luck. It came from his persistence to keep on going, because he knew it was all he got left. Everything against his odds, but he kept on going. And that finally made the breakthrough. And today, Steve Harvey, we all know, very humorous, very engaging, and all of his audience, everyone basically that come to his show, especially the Family Feud, loves him so much because he's like very charismatic and he's really funny. And I think it's one of his very powerful ways to show others how he felt gratitude, how he can connect with others, is through his humor and his charisma. Now, Family Feud, one of the most recognizable shows in the entertainment industry in the United States, because people are really engaged to watch and to be part of the show itself. Not only because the show itself is great, but the host, the entity, and the image of Steve Harvey himself. And it's not just only, but it was not just his show. Sometimes he even got called to be part of the master of ceremony in some sort of event, and all of this lead to the Steve Harvey that we all know today. Very energetic individual, very humorous, and full of charisma. His audience those who watch in the TV and those who came to the show loved him so much. Not just the Family Feud is a great show, but the host himself is a great individual with great character. But it doesn't shape him overnight. Those relentless struggles, those problematic troubles, and how he managed to overcome with his own persistence. But how about us now? Do we need to be a Steve Harvey to get that kind of persistence? Do we need to become a famous author and a famous individual to have that mental grit, that mental show to get to that level of persistence? Well, basically no. You can always stay true to yourself. You can always be yourself. But you have to remember what is the thing that you want to pursue in your life. Just like Steve Harvey's case, he's always passionate about the comedy show. He's always passionate about how he can manifest himself to his audience. And this leads to his own persistency and how you can be too. So you need to accept the hardship of your reality, how you manage your way to get to the top of your vision. And just like Steve's case, he does gigs $25 per night, and sometimes he doesn't even get any guaranteed kind of payment. And if we take a look at ourselves now, do we even care to do those kind of things? Like you have to do A, B, C, but doesn't guarantee you that, well, you got paid. Well, basically, most of us would say no, right? Because I doesn't got paid, why do I need to get these things done? But it's very different case when Steve Harvey. And those kind of persistent, you need to push it. And how you will manage to become a very much more mature, much more charismatic, much more powerful individual if you got the persistence to achieve your goals. And if we learn from Steve Harvey's journey, success belongs to those who refuse to stop. When he was sleeping in his car, no one believed in him. But persistence kept him alive long enough for opportunity to finally manage to find him. So you don't need a perfect timing. You don't need the perfect effort, but you need to have the perfect willingness to perfect. So you don't need a perfect timing. You don't need to have a perfect effort. But if you do it tirelessly with persistence, finally, through someone, through connection, through people you met along the way, just like Steve Harvey's case when he managed to get called by Apollo Theater, then breakthrough will finally comes to you. And that is all for today that we discuss about persistence. And let me know in the comment below what kind of trait, what kinds of motivational, maybe individual that you want to discuss next. Let me know in the comment, and I'll see you in the next episode.